Hey, Apocalyptic Hippie Gang, welcome or welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got some summer hair going on. So if you want to know how I achieved this beautiful look on this wig that started out as a 613 body wave, about like 30 inches, stay tuned. As you can see, this was dyed by yours truly, and I'm obsessed. Like I said, it was a 613 wig that I dyed that is going to be in this video. So go ahead and stay tuned. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and don't even forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And yo, let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna tone these knots first with the Wella Color Charm in the color T35, and that's the color that I usually use to tone my 613 lace. I use a 1:2 ratio, so one bottle of the Wella color, and then 2 bottles full of the developer that I'm using. I'm using the 20% developer as well. So I'll fill that up once, dump that all out into the bowl, and then I'm gonna fill it up again and dump that out. Why? Just because it's gonna create that creamy texture that we're looking for. We're looking for like a thick / runny consistency. You'll see in a little bit. I'm gonna mix that up real quick. And it's gonna look dark in the bowl. Don't be scared. It's gonna look a little dark in the bowl. But it's not going to turn out that dark, okay?
Approximately 10 hours later.
The darkness of it all depends on how long you leave this toner on the knots. If you're a darker complexion girl, you're going to want to leave it on there a little bit longer. If you're a caramel color like I am, I only left it on for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes because I didn't want them to get too dark. Like I didn't want it to develop to a darkness that's going to make me look like I have a darker scalp than what I have. So depending on what your skin tone is how long you're going to want to do it. Lighter, shorter time, darker, longer time. Now, as you can see, I'm using a popsicle stick, and that popsicle stick didn't work out. So I ended up going to use a brush, and the brush, it works better for me. But you can use whatever you're more comfortable with to get into the lace. Popsicle stick, a butter knife, a plastic butter knife. You don't want to use metal because metal can definitely mess with the chemistry. As you can see, I said 20 minutes, but I actually left it on there for 15. Y'all, I can't even lie. I was low-key nervous to rinse this out because, you know, when you get in your mind, you're like, it's just going to bleed onto the hair, blah, 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 blah. It's okay. So I just grabbed some shampoo and conditioner that I just keep on hand for my wig maintenance type things, and I just washed that. And my methods for washing my wigs, look at that, look at them knots, invisible. But like I was saying, my methods for washing and conditioning my wigs are kind of unconventional. I haven't really seen anybody do that, but I kind of do the watercolor method when it comes to shampooing and conditioning my wigs, especially with toner. I mix my toner in with the shampoo and I shampoo it that way to get like extra lather. But then after I'm like smothering the hair in the shampoo, I just end up dipping it in the sink that's full of water and do the watercolor method and just constantly dipping it and dipping it and dipping it. I'm telling y'all, I was dipping this wig for at least a solid 30 to 45 minutes just so I can get it evenly saturated and all this good stuff. You don't have to do all that. I'm just extra. You don't have to do that. Wash your wigs the way you want to wash your wig. Condition it the way you want to condition it. But look at them results though. Like she's shining. I'm gonna show y'all a little up close in a few seconds. But I let that sit for a good 10 minutes. And then I'm dipping it. At this point, I think I was conditioning it. And look at that. Look how white it looks. That's crazy. I left the top part still a little yellow because I'm putting green up there anyway, so it really didn't matter. But look at that. Look how shiny she looks. It's beautiful. I'm impressed. I impress myself sometimes. But yes, wash your wig the way you usually wash your wig. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. That's your choice. And then we're going to dry it out. This, you probably shouldn't do this, but this helps me get the most excess water out of my wig. So, yeah. Alright, so let's prep this hair for the dye job. You're going to need a comb, some chi, spray, and a blow dryer because we got to dry it. Okay? Spray it. You don't necessarily need to saturate it. You just need to protect your hair follicles from being burnt to crisp since it's a 613. And you're going to detangle with a Y2 comb. I just did a Y2 comb just to not have giant knots in it. We'll worry about the tiny knots later. And then we're just going to blow dry. I know y'all know how to blow dry hair. I just wanted to come back and talk to y'all because I miss y'all so much. But yes, look at them knots, child. Non-existent. Non-existent. I'm so proud of myself, guys. My wigs are getting betterer and betterer, and I couldn't be more proud. So past me is about to hop in here, but these are the colors that I'm using to dye my hair. I can't read off that fast, but yes, these are exactly the colors that I'm using, not exactly in that order. Hey y'all, so I was thinking about doing a voiceover, but it's like I kind of want to talk to y'all. So this is the 613 13 by 6 lace frontal wig that I'm going to dye today. I just got off of work and I want to get this dyed and out to y'all. I'm going to start with the roots, and I'm going to use the Adore electric green starting at the actual roots, and then I'm going to fade it out with the Limelight Temptations by Kiss, or Red Kiss. And then we're going to go into the Fruit Punch by Adore, and then do the ends with the Atomic Pink on the ends. So it's going to be like ombre all the way around with this. I already put the electric lime in my mixing bowl, and I kind of want to separate where the lace starts and the tracks begin, because I'm not going to take it all the way throughout the wig. So I want to get that separated. And y'all can, if y'all want to, I even considered doing the watercolor method with this, but I didn't know how I was going to end up dipping the roots. So I'm going to start with the roots first. And then if I feel like I can handle it, then we might go to watercolor. But for now, we're just gonna do this and just really focus on the roots of the lace. And in order for me to do that, I'm gonna make sure I get y'all like a list of things that I use. I tried to find spoolies out in the wild. That way I can stop putting in orders to Amazon. But I couldn't. So I'm gonna use this. It's basically an eyebrow thing by like Sonic Hair or some stuff like that. I'll try to put the name on the screen. But I'm gonna just use that to really get close to the roots, especially up in the front. That way it doesn't bleed onto the lace. And then we'll just go from there.
Fucked on your nigga. Both you bitches pussy. I think y'all should scissor. She bought a chain about the same one, even bigger. She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger. I don't speak dog ho. I don't care what no bitch say. I stay on her mind. I got condos in that bitch head. She said she don't fuck with me. Who say that you can't hold? That nigga munching, he gon' eat me like a mango.
Okay, so I started, and I don't know if y'all could see, but it's coming out. I wish I had better lighting for y'all. I'm sorry. But I kind of want to give y'all a little 1-2 on what I'm doing. I'm just going section by section again. Parting it. Making sure I'm keeping things separated. Combing things through. And then I'm taking my brush with the, what's the color? Limelight. And I'm kind of putting it in the middle of where the dark green ended. Putting it in the middle of the strands and then bringing it down. Getting the underside as well. And then all I'm doing is taking my fingers and rubbing the two together. That's it. To get that blend going and make sure it goes down the shafts properly. If it bleeds further down than necessary, that's fine, because all that's going to do is add to the pink ombre. Because we want everything to be cohesive, but also look natural. Like I want it to look like I was born with this hair color. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Excuse me. Taking the time to just blend it out with the fingers and just making sure everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. It should be fine. I hope I gave a good enough example and explanation to what I'm doing. I'll show y'all again.
I'm kinda ratchet, still so I'm the type of beast, huh? I can't love you, baby, like your bitch, so don't leave her. He gon' choose her every time, cause it's cheap for the keep her. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not fuck with you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Ain't fucked up by no credit score, I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow.
And since the dark green is already still wet, it blends effortlessly into the lighter green. And I got a towel with me, that way I'm not touching the rest of the hair. But yeah, and I'm gonna just keep doing that throughout the rest of this lace part. I'll see y'all once this part is done and we're moving on to the pink part. Okay? Front to back. And it's looking good so far. Editing Deja, make sure you zoom in, bitch. Zoom in. Zoom in onto the product. Zoom in into the material. But it's looking good. So now that that layer is complete, I'm going to do the Temptations Limelight. Basically in the same way, but I'm only doing it maybe a little bit. You see how it's like kind of like that, just a little bit to give it that more of that yellowy green, kind of like how it's already doing, but to make it more defined and more bold. So I'm gonna do that. But first, before I do that, I'm gonna eat some food. I'm hungry. That took way longer than what I was expecting, but I want to take my time and make sure this looks good, because low-key coloring wigs I take very serious. Orca, she got the zoomies underneath the sofa. But I really want to take my time and make sure this color turns out as potent as possible. It's already been soaking for like a hot minute, and I'm probably gonna let it soak for even more. That's the beauty about having a 614 wig, like you can let it sit. I'm not using developer, I'm just using the product straight. I'm not even using conditioner because I want this color to be the color that it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna eat, let this marinate, watch my show for a little bit more. If you want to know what I'm watching Invincible on Prime. Is a cartoon, very violent, about superheroes, but it's really good. The storyline is chef's kiss. I cried on couple of episodes, but nonetheless, I highly recommend it if you want to watch it. But I'm gonna let this marinate, and then once I start doing this, I'll show y'all what I mean. Because now that everything is pushed forward, I'm gonna start pushing everything back. That way I can start working on the pink and then moving everything back to the front. It's gonna be a repetitive process, but it should go faster after I do this last green part, because the lace is the most important thing that needs to be crisp and clean. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to take my time, like I said. Okay, so I finished the roots of the lace. That's the electric lime there, and then as it goes down, it fades into the Limelight by The Temptations by Kiss, and that blend just looks magnificent. It looks beautiful, beautiful. Sorry. Oh, look at that. I got some green right here, and I hope it didn't like tint the lace, and I think it did, but I'm hoping it washes off. This is what it's given so far. Now to move on to the rest of these inches. Ciao. It looks so good. Oh my god. I'm really happy I didn't wash it out yet. I'm letting it marinate, but I'm pretty sure I can wash it out now because everything is kind of stiff. And if this is the color that it's gonna be, then it's perfect. But I think I'm gonna let it marinate overnight and wash it out tomorrow since I get off early, because I really want the color to stick, and I'm pretty positive the color's gonna stick. Also, I was getting close to running out of pink dye, so I had to put in conditioner in order to stretch it to really get this pink in there. But it's giving what needs to be gave. Like, look at that juiciness in there. I just finished. It took me 6 hours to do the whole thing, but it's definitely worth it. I'm very proud. But what time is it, man? It is almost midnight. I started at 5:45 in the afternoon. I'm gonna bed. Bye. Hey, I'm back. So as you see, I already got my ball cap on. I do have a new method. I'm not sure if y'all have that content just yet. I think you do. But let's put these dots on my head. I'm using the Even Active lace glue. That is my go-to right now. I just received, just a little update, I did receive some new one, a new product that I'm going to try out in the up and coming videos, so keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to subscribe. But anyway, I did a few dots as y'all saw, and now I'm using a popsicle stick, a clean popsicle stick, and spreading that out into a thin layer. I also did use the glue to lay down my ball cap as well. So we're going to put an extra thin layer. We're going to do one layer. This is what we're doing now. And then we're going to do a second layer. And I moved it up to 1 inch. I only do 1 inch of space for my glue on my head. And I do about 2 or 3 layers. And I air dry it, blow dry it on cool in between each layer. Now we're going to try to put this wig on, y'all. I got locks now. And it's getting harder and harder for me to be doing wigs. So I need to start really paying attention to the size of the cap. Your girl gonna have to get like an extra large cap from now on with these locks. As you can see, I'm struggling. And I was scared because I did all this work on this wig, and if I couldn't fit it on my head properly, I'm gonna be mad. But it fit. But as you can see, like my little edges in the front is sticking out. That darkness right there. Yeah, that's my edges still sticking out. But we gonna finesse it anyway. So let's put this edgy wrap on. and get it nice and secured. And I think we're gonna let that sit on there for a good 20, 30 minutes because we like it. We need it to be secure since it's a small ass cap on our head. We need it to be secured. All right.
You really wanna get it? Go get it.
It's been a good 20, 30 minutes at this point, and I took that thing off my head because I felt my brain pulsing. But anyway, now it's time to do the little detail work to get this lace to blend the way it needs to be blending. So I'm going to take that even glue and put it on the back of my hand to help it stay warm. That way it doesn't end up drying out. That's just what helps me best. And I'm going to use a rat tail comb, and I'm going to put that on the edges of the lace that lifted up just so it could be melted back to where it's supposed to be. Blow dry it a little bit on cool once again and just press it in. And just keep pressing that, doing that all along the hairline. Just so you can get those little places. Like, as you can see, that's my edges right there that I'm working on. I'm just going to cover that up with the lace. Because at the end of the day, one, I'm going to have baby hairs on top of that. And I just need to have like a color neutral space or a color neutral area for the edges to go. So that's something that I like to focus on. Since I know I have a very square hairline, that's what I like to do, as crazy as it may look, but it works. You'll see. Now we're going to take a razor. You can use scissors. Just make sure it's a rough edge and nothing straight across because we need it to blend. The rougher the edge, the blendier it's going to blend. Go ham. Just don't cut yourself. Be safe. Don't hurt yourself. And I'm going to cut that lace around where my baby hairs are. You see how color neutral that is right now? Yes, it still has like a hint of like maybe a blue or a gray. But later on when you go in with your foundation or your concealer, whatever you decide to use to cover up that lace, it's going to blend in because it's a neutral color. We're going to dry that, press that in again. And as you can see, I'm going in the hairline. I know this is going pretty fast, but I'm going within the hairline of where I know my baby hairs are going to be. And I'm going to secure that. Like I'm going in, sis. I'm going in. Now we're going to pull out the baby hairs. That's my favorite part. I did want to try something new this time around with baby hairs. Like, I wanted long, fluffy, whimsy, like pointy, almost not even a sci-fi character, but some type of fantasy character that just got dramatic as baby hairs. And that's what I was feeling because this hair is just, she deserves a show-stopping baby hair moment. You understand? So now we're going to take that, the Eben Sports Edition lace melting spray, and I'm going to press that in to the lace and to the roots of the baby hairs because I want the baby hair bases to stay where they are. They need to stay in place. We're not playing these games. But I want the ends of the baby hairs to be able to flip. So I just did that. Blow drying, of course, and then that edgy wrap. That's going to be our savior in this situation. I'm not going to talk much in this area, but I just want to know, how do y'all like to do y'all baby hairs? And what do y'all do? Like, what's y'all preferred method of baby hairs? Let me know down in the comments. I low-key want us to vibe out to this song. So, I'll come back once the baby hairs are done. And I was low-key scared of this flat iron. I had this flat iron for like 4 years, and it still scares me because it gets hot as hell. Anyway, I'll go now. Let me know down in the comments again how y'all prefer to do y'all baby hairs. What's the most craziest baby hairstyle that y'all went for that you actually liked? And yo, let me know.
Young gun on one that back calling me splurge. Let me jump right on the curb. Make this run fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crack up the phone, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge. Young gun on one that they working my nerves. I'm about to pause concern. In this like a perm. Smack on the back of a perm. Ice, the bird. You know, all you little turds. Can't take that but your turn. In my own lane, we can't merge. So with no hands, you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me go big like the worm? And I ain't smoking no shirt. I'm in the repeating QP. I love my this pretty, they showing they this up to the ceiling. I let her run through $1 million, I rock with her really, let's fuck on the billion. I'ma get down to the gritty, then got the city, the home of the villains. Ecstasy running for feeling. Smoke out the pound when I'm chillin'. Trapping, I made me a killer. Look, I got everybody wishing. I hope you play your position. I don't want nobody listening.
Alright, y'all, the end of the video is quickly approaching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I love you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Find me on all my social medias: Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Spotify. I'm on all social medias. Just find me. All my links will be down below in the description, as well as every item that I used in this video as well as the link to the wig and all that good stuff. So go down below, leave a comment, read the description if you're looking for anything. We're hot combing. We did that. And we're going to put some crimps in it, baby. We're going to do a wave. Make sure you use that heat protectant. It's still a 614 even though you dyed it. Look at them baby hairs. Look at them baby hairs. Of course, I'm going to fluff them. We're going to comb them out because I'm not leaving them stuck to my face like that. That's not the goal. I want them to be like my little horns. My little horny little green horns. But yes, I'm really satisfied with how this turned out. The lace on this wig is fantastic. It blends effortlessly. And like I was saying, you can't even see my actual baby hairs because it just blends in with everything. I'm so glad I figured out that method. Oh. I'm so glad I figured out that method. But yeah, I'm just gonna show y'all how I wave it. And then after that, y'all gonna get a little 1-2 on the results. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I know I've been slacking on my YouTube videos. So like I said, if you made it this far, leave me a like and let me know down in the comments that y'all made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys, and I love you so much. See y'all next time.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Come on, baby. Don't get up there. I'm sorry. You can't get up there right now.